Singapore is a dense island nation with almost 6 million people as of 2023, and that also requires dense transport infrastructure to move all these people around. As a result, there's a dense road network across Singapore with approximately 3,500 kilometers of paved roads as of 2017, including 164 kilometers of expressways. With such a road network for land only 719 square kilometers big, the locals are basically accustomed to living by roads, and that comes with many hazards with traffic. Traffic hazards can occur when irresponsible drivers are distracted, driving recklessly, or drunk while driving, or can be caused by people not paying attention to the road, leading to potentially deadly incidents. No one likes incidents happening to their lives, so I plan 3 strategies for the government to look into to help implement if they do so. The first strategy is to add more fencing between the sidewalks and road. You may be wondering, don't they do that already? No bro, they only put it on the middle of the road. The best thing they do now is add a small green space between the sidewalk and the road. And that one near Tanah Merah is temporary. More often than not, the only thing preventing you from walking on the road is common sense, which you should have. So adding fencing can help people be less willing to walk on the road, which will lead to less incidents, since people will use designated crossings instead of just running across the road, which is dangerous for obvious reasons. It can also act as a layer of protection from the roads the sidewalk is along, and can give pedestrians a sense of safety compared to having no barrier from the large hunks of metal zooming around. The fencing will most likely be the generic green metal barrier you always see around, though other kinds of barriers can be used as long as it doesn't easily fall over and cause inconvenience. It's also cheap to make, making it economical. The only disadvantage is that there will be slightly less space for the sidewalk, though the government is already working to widen sidewalks island-wide, and they are already quite wide enough, and so it isn't too much of an issue. Another strategy can be to include roundabout trainings in driving courses, as there currently is practically no training on how to cross roundabouts due to there being very few of those in Singapore, which can lead to confusion by drivers when they drive through one, and will lead to incidents occurring. If there's training on dealing with roundabouts, people will struggle less with dealing with roundabouts, especially since one of our major roads, the Newton Circus, is a roundabout, which will lead to less incidents occurring there and on other roundabouts. There though is one major disadvantage, the fact that roundabouts had to be made in driving schools, and that some of them do not even have space to expand to include it. The only driving school location where I found can possibly be expanded to include it in Bukit Batok is listed as a residential area in the URA master plan, meaning that it probably wouldn't exist for long, which leaves the drivers to be able to train on the actual roads itself, though they can be trained to deal with them as they become brave enough to drive outside for training. The last one is to add a device directly connected to the car to track its speed and location with GPS, and for it to be required for all vehicles, so that if a vehicle breaks the speed limit or crosses a red light, it can be automatically reported to the authorities, which will then investigate the incident. This will make it easier to catch suspects of breaking the law, and will make the roads safer by making drivers think twice before speeding or doing anything funny on the road, and to take those who still defy off the road. Some people can try to be smart and decide to find a way to turn off or break the device to be able to break the law, but there are still traffic cameras and witnesses around, which can lead to their arrest. So now with all my suggestions given out within this short time frame, I hope this can actually be used one day, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.